It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a can of beer from Headlands Brewing Company in California. It's their Hill 88 double IPA and it's 8.8% ABV. Now, it's saying that each batch of Hill 88 uses a unique blend of hops and hopping techniques. We call it omakase style hopping. Okay, so the beer's being brewed. The malt is two-row Pilsner malt, flaked rye, malt and crystal. Okay? Or flaked rye, malt and crystal. So they don't actually say. They've used a blend of hops. Now I'm trying to work out what that is, but it doesn't say. Perhaps we can try and work it out in the can when we get it into a glass. So, beer in the glass. It's a lovely looking beer. It's a 4-finger head. Look at the clarity of the beer. A lovely, crisp, clean looking beer. Nice levels of carbonation. At this stage of the beer review, I'd like to thank our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk. They're the UK's largest online beer store with great American craft beer. Great beer from the UK, of course. All the latest kind of funky London, Yorkshire breweries you'll find Beers of Europe's beers on. Beers of Europe's beers, sorry. That's where you'll find all of kind of the best UK beers. Moving on after that terrible burp. You can get French craft beer, Italian craft beer. I've had beer from Mexico. I've had beer from Spain, Lithuania. So check them out. beersofeurope.co.uk. Okay, after that slip of the tongue, let's get on with the aroma. So at 8.8% ABV, you certainly get that hop character coming through. But above all else, there's a lovely malty, bready, biscuity brew of an aroma in it as well. It smells very balanced. I think it's time to dive in. Cheers, everyone. Oh, wow. Stone the crows. That. Blimey. Speechless. Absolutely speechless. Where do I start with this? Where do I go with this? I believe the beer is 88 IBU. So it's a big punching bitterness in the beer. Yeah, 88 IBUs. 8.8% ABV. That's where we got the Hill 8 going on, I believe. The reference here to the name design. But oh, that beer is still punching now. That really is. Blimey, it's like pulling at the inside of my gums. Lovely mouthfeel. Lovely caramel malt. That carries the beer onto this crazy amount of bitterness in the beer. I have to put that down a moment because it's unbelievable the amount of hot bitterness in this beer. Now, I've had beers in the past that claim to be 100 IBUs and 90 IBUs and maybe even 80 IBUs, but they've always been like really kind of overboard in terms of balance. They've always been like crazily hop forward and not really kind of showing balance. But what I am so impressed with this beer is for at least the first 2 seconds of the taste, you're picking up them flake oats that they mention, the 2-row barley, the Pilsner malt, and the crystal malt. They've used, what's that? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4 malt varieties in this beer, and it works. It carries the beer. You get that maltiness, you get that breadiness, you get that biscuitiness, you get that caramel in there. And then when you think, oh, this is a nice beer, smash, it takes it to the next level. Lots of grapefruit, lots of pine, lots of citrus. It's like walking in a pine forest, grabbing the pine needles off the tree and kind of rubbing them in your hands and almost licking the inside of your hands, all that piney residue. That big, as it would be, strong flavour. There's lots of lemon in there. The lemon in it is fantastic. It's like biting into a lemon peel. It's an unbelievable beer, but I cannot get this over to you guys enough in that, okay, it's 88 IBUs, but the 4 malts that they've used in the beer is great. Great. Right, let's see if it's a can conditioned beer. No, it's not. So, a quick roundup. The beer. I love craft beer in cans. I think it's fantastic. The clarity is great. I like that lovely carbonation. And I like that 2-finger head there as well. Lovely. Nice. So a good starting point. The beer looks good. The aroma then. I'm picking up more of that malt, to be honest. I'm picking up that lovely caramel malt in there. And of course, that citrusy, hoppy finish to the aroma. But this is the big one, the taste. The taste is crazily good. Blimey, it's so full on. And if you're a regular follower, you'll know that if I really, really like a beer, I have this tendency or this urge to put it down and stand back away from it in absolute awe and just look at it. But so if you know I'm doing it, if you see me putting a beer down, you know I absolutely love the beer. God, it's so hoppy. It's so unbelievably hoppy, you wouldn't believe it. But of course, I gotta hold it to the camera. I gotta keep hold of this beer. I can't put it down and look at it in awe anymore. I've gotta carry on reviewing it. But look at it. I mean, it looks fantastic. So, final thoughts on a rating. I'm gonna give it one more little blast. With this beer being 88 IBUs in a can, it's kept its freshness superbly well. There's no light going to get in there to damage the hops. No air going to get in there to damage the beer. It's light. You can get a 4-pack, take it down a beach. It's not going to smash and leave any glass on the beach or anything like that. The malt in it is great. That 4 malt brewing technique that they've used is great. I love the hops. I was thinking to myself when I was reading the back of that can, and come on, you guys were too. I was thinking, what is this unique blend of hopping called Amacase? And I was thinking, what is that? There you go. If you want to kind of Google it or stick it into Rate Beer, it's that word there. I was thinking, just trying to be different, but blimey, what they've come up with here is very unique. It is extremely hoppy. I really like this beer. It's Headlands Brewing Company from California, Hill 88 Double IPA. I'm going to give this a very big rating. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.